Welcome, everyone. We will call the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Poplar, Missouri to be held on Monday, June 21st, 2021 at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers at 301 South 5th Street will now be called to order. Our invocation will be given by Pastor Greg Gilberto of Northpoint Nazarene Church. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance after the invocation.
Honor to be here, folks. Love you. Let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, we come to you, and we first of all want to say thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for protecting us from this crazy virus. Lord, put us on the other side of this completely. I pray protection for each and every city council member, their families represented, and we don't know the long hours, but you do. And I just pray that you give them strength, and I pray for Holy Spirit wisdom beyond who they are and what they do, making decisions to make Poplar Bluff. We love this town, but you want to make it even better. So make everything done today be done with honor and glory for your name, and may the name of Jesus be edified and be blessed. We love you. Be with us today, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Reverend Gilberto. Roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilwoman Parson?
Here.
Councilwoman Fox?
Here.
Councilwoman Horton?
Here.
Councilman Smith?
Here.
Councilwoman Taylor? Mayor Pro Tem Cornman? Mayor Davis?
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Okay, we're going to have a special proclamation for the Three Rivers Lady Raiders softball team. If they would come forward with their coach to near the podium, please. No, come around here, face that direction. The City Council of Poplar Bluff would like to present the following proclamation. The City Council of Poplar Bluff is always pleased to recognize those events which bring honor upon the community and its citizens. The Three Rivers Lady Raiders softball team has distinguished itself by having an outstanding season by reaching the Elite Eight of the NJCAA National Tournament. And the Three Rivers Lady Raiders softball team finished the 2021 regular season with a record of 44-6. The Three Rivers Lady Raiders softball team finished the Region 16 regular season as region champs. Their softball team also earned the title of the Missouri Community College Athletic Conference champs. The Three Rivers Lady Raiders softball team had 6 all-region players, including Molly Spangler, Brianna Everett, Jamie Lee, Kendi Puckett, Kyla Puckett, Lauren Joyner, who was named Region Player of the Year, and the Three Rivers Lady Raiders softball team had 8 academic All-Americans, including McKaylee Floyd, Gracie Thomas, Michaela Bryant, Kenell McAuliffe, Anna Bassan, Morgan Shockley, Faith Rakes, and Lauren Joyner. The Three Rivers Lady Raiders team head coach Jeff Knoll was named Region Coach of the Year and Conference Coach of the Year. The City Council of the City of Poplar, Missouri is justly proud of the Lady Raiders softball team and feels mandated to celebrate their remarkable achievement by calling upon all the citizens of the City of Poplar Bluff to join with the members of the City Council in expressing their most sincere congratulations for the individual collective efforts of these fine young women. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the mayor and the city council of the city of Poplar Bluff that it now formally expresses its thanks and gratitude to the members of the Lady Raider softball team and head coach Jeff Knoll and his coaching staff on this memorable occasion. And further, the city clerk is hereby authorized and directed to certify a copy of this proclamation and to further cause this to be forever preserved in the official records of the city of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Proclaim this 21st day of June, 2021, by the mayor of the city of Poplar Bluff, Steve Davis.
Congratulations. Come out the front.
Come out to the front of it.
Our city manager, Matt Winters, will make a special announcement now regarding Big River Communications.
So I'd like to introduce Kevin Cantwell. Kevin is the president of Big River Communications. And Kevin, if you don't mind approaching the podium and share some words with us tonight.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. You know, I heard Pastor Greg talk about he wants to make Poplar Bluff better. Big River wants to help make Poplar Bluff better. And I'm here to announce tonight the start of a construction of a fiber to the premise build throughout Poplar Bluff and parts of Butler County. We've been working with the city, with municipal utilities, Bill Bach, with Matt. Matter of fact, Matt, I checked earlier, January 21st, when we first sat down in Colton's to review the fiber to the premise build that we plan on doing in Poplar Bluff. Circle Fiber is the name of the division of Big River. Big River's been in Poplar Bluff for over 20 years. We have a tremendous amount of commercial accounts in Poplar Bluff. And this is the next generation of technology that's being deployed. You may hear about gigabyte cities in the United States. There aren't many of them. Something like San Jose, parts of LA, parts of New York. Kansas City was doing a little bit with Google. Poplar Bluff will be a gigabyte city. And Circle Fiber is going to be delivering that service. Now, why do you need fiber? What's going on? What's going on today, technology-wise? You know, I speak across the country to a lot of groups, and one of the things I always start out with is you take this iPhone and understand there's a kid in kindergarten, first grade, who may have this iPhone. Understand, that's the oldest technology that child will ever be aware of. We think it's the newest. It's the oldest. I mean, I can go back to typewriters and have an electric typewriter and an autocorrect. Like, wow, we don't need anything else other than this. But think about a kid who's in kindergarten or first grade. 8 years from now, his artificial intelligence shoulder guy is going to be talking to your artificial intelligence, saying, well, you used to carry a phone around. You know, we didn't embed that chip in our brain. What's going on? The technology is rapidly changing, and the need for the broadband infrastructure is changed rapidly along with it. Big River's been in service for 20 years. We've done traditional copper. We did DSL. We've done wireless. This is the next migration. We're going to be offering a true gigabyte fiber to the premise network. We're going to cover all of Poplar Bluff, and then outside of Poplar Bluff in key areas of Butler County. In the end, we plan on doing all of Butler County, but at the beginning we won't. We've already started in Jackson, Missouri, and Infant Cape, and Poplar Bluff is next on our list. The services we'll be deploying, again, will be a true gig network. And when you talk about fiber, one of the key things about fiber is the service is called symmetrical. And what that means is the speed is the same down and up. And what does that mean? That means how many people have been on Zoom calls and you've seen things called buffering? There's no buffering with fiber. And when you look at your house now, that platform, the ability to deliver that data is needed. You know, people don't realize all the things in your house that are called the Internet of Things, smart TVs, iPhones, iPads, computers, security systems, Ring security systems, garage doors. Almost anything you have now is based on internet. And you need to have that throughput. A couple of nice things about this. Again, we've been working with the city for quite some time. You'll start to see our construction crews all over town. We will stay in contact with everybody. I'll start out by saying right now, pardon our dust, because we're building out a whole new infrastructure. I mean, if you think about it, you have water, sewer, light. This is a new infrastructure that's going to be deployed in the city of Poplar Bluff. Our goal is to go into every premise. Now, when I talk about that, this is America. People have choices. They can do what they want to do. As we go down the street, we'll have construction crews. We're going to knock on every premise and say, do you want a fiber connection to the side of your house? Because I have the construction crew there at that time. You may not want to buy services from us. I can live with that. But for $25, we will run that fiber to the side of your house. On average, and you can go into Google and everything, if a house or a premise has a fiber connection, the value of that house goes up 3.1%. Let's say you have a $100,000 home, you put in a link, it's called a link connection for $25, that's a $3,000 return on that investment. You know, I think a little bit better than a bay window. Now, if you buy services from us, we're going to credit you back that link price when you first went through. Which now goes to the next thing. Part of Big River and then under Circle Fiber, you know, I'm a simpleton. I'm really not a smart person. I have to keep things simple. We don't run promotions. And I have to overcome this when I go talk to people saying our price for a gig product, so we're talking gig, up and down, symmetrical, no contract, no data cap, including the Wi-Fi, is $79.99. Now, I did some comparisons in town. If you look at one provider here to have that same product, it's $175. Another provider is not anywhere near that product, and their best product it doesn't even meet our lowest product, and that's $115. So our very best product is $79.99. We'll have a 300 meg, a 500 meg, and a gig. You have the prices in front of you. Again, I have to stress, these are not promotional prices. You see that all the time. You have this for 6 months, and after 6 months, guess what? I'm going to jack up the price. We don't do it. 20 years of Big River, we never raised the price. We've lowered our prices. And I've been asked by other people, hey, will you come out and give me a 5-year guarantee? Well, I don't want to do that because that seems in 5 years I'm going to do something to you. We just don't do it. There's no contract. So if we're not delivering what you think we're delivering, or should be delivering, you can leave. There's no bundle pricing. There's none of that. So we'll have $79 for our finest product, which is, again, significantly less than what the city's paying right now. Why do we need this? Again, I think COVID has helped drive this message that we've been doing for years anyway. Education, medical, the students, residential. Again, when you look at things like Zoom and Hulu and Netflix, how many people have Netflix now? I mean, you need to have that. You need to have that throughput. 4K. A 4K movie can be downloaded in seconds on a gig product. Many times now, if you're using a DSLR wireless, you turn it on. Hopefully tomorrow, I got half the movie so I can watch it, and most of the time it's covered. So this is a true gigabyte network going to be deployed in Poplar Bluff and construction is starting. Now, it's gonna take about a year to build this out. Now, you can go to circlefiber.com right now. You can put in your name and address, and then as we start the construction, we're gonna divide the city up into zones. And then we'll build out each zone. So we'll contact those people who are in that zone, saying, hey, by the way, you might be the first. And Matt keeps calling me, here's my address, here's my address.
I'm good with that. I'm good with
I
that.
got Bill Fox saying, no, here's my address, here's my address. But we'll build out by zones. Like I said, it's gonna take approximately a year. And we'll have crews all over town. We'll keep you updated. If there's ever any questions, any concerns, anything, you have my business card. Easier way to get a hold of me, if Matt knows this, you can dial 1-800-JUMP-SHOT, JUMPSHOT. That's my toll-free number that rings right into my phone. I used to have a sweet jump shot a long time. It's more a set shot now, but you can still call it and it'll ring to me. This is the next generation. This is making Poplar Bluff better. And you'll be the leading technology driver in this area. Again, it's jobs. You know, I talk all the time about you have kids who go away to Arkansas State, Ole Miss, up to Mizzou. They come home, they talk to mom and dad, and they can't get on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What do? Mom, Dad, I love you, but I can't live here. I don't have access to technology. This will change that. And on top of that, there's no reason, again, with COVID and pushing people at home, you can't work in Anheuser-Busch or somebody out of St. Louis and live here. There's no reason you can't do it. So this is the platform of the future. We're going to start to build Poplar Bluff. We have a tremendous amount of customers here. This is our way of taking our customers to the next level. And we're excited to be here. Again, thank you to the city. It's been tremendous to work with for the last 6-7 months. And obviously for the next 12 months and going forward. And I'm more than happy to take any questions.
I was just going to ask, will this be available to commercial
Yes.
businesses as well?
The commercial pricing, I can
Right.
say that it's going to be higher.
Right, right.
But it's still,
But you all will be implementing all of that with the connection for those as well? Okay.
yes. And we'll also offer a voice service on top of it. You know, we're
Okay.
a voice provider. So when it comes to what's called hosted PBX, you don't need, to have a telephone system. It's all in the cloud now.
Okay.
We'll be offering that also.
It's exciting.
Kara Hoffman, if you know Kara Hoffman, she's our local account executive. Kara's tremendous. She's done a tremendous job here. And now she would have been here tonight, but she called me about 4 hours ago and she got murdered. I don't know what. She wasn't climbing any poles for her. So otherwise she'd be here. But Kara Hoffman is our local representative. And, word out, we're looking for additional people here in Poplar Bluff also. So, and we will open up a retail location here.
Wonderful.
Sounds great.
Yeah, very exciting.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I'll give you my address.
Oh.
Kevin,
I wanted to vote on it.
Kevin, did you say, when do you expect your crews to start working? Do you have a timeline for that yet?
I'm going to tell, we're in June, they're going to be here in July.
Okay.
Fine tours of the middle to the end of July. We're finalizing that. Matter of fact, and again, we talk about trying to do business local. Cape Electric, who's behind Colton's and everything, they carry a lot of our what's called bill of material, the nuts, the bolts, all the way up to the fiber parts. We've had a long relationship with them. We're trying to keep business in southeast Missouri. We've used EMI for construction around in Jackson, Missouri. We're finalizing who our contractors are here in Poplar Bluff, and some of them, again, are local people who have put in requests. So we're ready to go. It's exciting. Like I said, Matt and Bill Bach have been tremendous. We've gone back and forth. We've had our crews literally walk the streets for the last 4 months, took a picture of every telephone pole in town, which is what we're supplying back to the city anyway. For Bill, it's an audit for all his telephone poles, what's on it, what's the height, where we need to go. So this is really, it's an extensive project that we're excited about. Overall, it's about a $250 million bill that we're doing in our service territory. So, get to the Jackson, Poplar, Bluff, Cave, going up 67, all the stuff up to 67, down 55. It's exciting. That's what we're doing. Like I said, Poplar Bluff's the next one we're doing right now. So,
If you have residences that have underground service, will you physically bury a cable to the house?
we will. We have to look at the easements in the subdivisions, and then we've been working with the city on their easements also.
So if it comes in overhead, you'll utilize municipal utilities
In a lot of
poles?
cases,
Or
we will. Yeah, I'm not the engineer, and I promise you don't want me engineering. And again, it's, we've been working with them. Our engineering company has this thing mapped out. I know we had to make a change last time we spoke because this area, you're going to have everything underground. So we were doing aerial, but we had to change that. What are like 12 streets down here that we have to put everything underground now as opposed to doing aerial. So we've been in close contact with both the city and with Bill Poplar. So, now again, when it comes to put it to the side of the house, we're not going to customer's door because, do you have a dog fence out there? Do you have anything special? When we come through, we want to make sure we're good as citizens and delivering what we need. With that said, will there be a problem? Yes. Something will happen somewhere. We have found gas lines that cities didn't know about. We found electrical lines that cities didn't know about. We found electrical lines that subdivisions didn't know about. And guess what? We're going to find that over here too. So, our goal is to make it as smooth as possible, but I will tell you, something will pop up somewhere. That's just the way it is. If I came up here and told you something different, I'd run them out of town. Something's going to happen.
Well, that sounds like some exciting news for Poplar Bluff, sir.
Again, no other questions. Again, thank you very much.
Thank
You'll see
you.
a lot of me, and away we go.
Thank you.
Very interesting.
I will.
Okay, we'll move along on the agenda. Item 5, disclosure of interest. Any member of the city council may disclose any possible conflict of interest dealing with either any item on the printed agenda or with any matter discussed at any previous meeting. Seeing none, item 7, citizens' input. Each person in the audience may take this opportunity to address the city council on any matter which is not on the printed agenda.
Now would be the time, right?
Okay. State your name and address, please, sir.
Greg Gilberto, 2490 Highway O, and actually Bloomsville, but really close to Poplar Bluff. About 5 minutes away. This is really exciting, just to hear what he just said. This just fits so wonderfully. About 2 years ago, and we're just gonna talk like I'm at a dinner table with you guys, okay? Anytime there was something on Facebook that was really exciting, that was edifying to the city or sports, I found myself putting, way to go, good job, just kind of encouraging the people, people in the city, in and around our area, if you will. And I quit doing that. I put Poplar Bluff Blessed, a little hashtag Poplar Bluff Blessed, and Matt's got that, and the wife's got a bunch of, the attaboys. They're basically attaboys. Hey, we're excited about what's happening in and around our town, and we just want to, acknowledge that. So that was like 2 years ago. And since then, things have kind of just exploded in my spirit just to kind of share. Poplar Bluff is on the verge of something really exciting. And you all are part of that. And this guy talking here, this fits perfectly. And I get behind the our Three Rivers ladies Raiders. Between basketball and softball, if the guys could just catch up, But the idea of to launch off another ministry, I've got 4 more years just signed up, covenant contract with the church. So I'm going to be pastoring here for 4 more years. So that's good. Been here 22 years, so that puts me at older. And so with that, so my question to myself is, what's next for Greg? What's next for my efforts left? I still got some good years left, but I really want to do it right. And it was just amazing. This thing is exploding. So I'm going to tell you, it's called Poplar Bluff Blessed, without the hashtag, .com. And it's not just a website. It is the mission statement will read, Poplar Bluff Blessed exists for the ongoing promotion of spiritual, always start at the top, right? Educational, social, and economical successes of Poplar Bluff. So if you fit in that criteria, for instance, we would probably, like this guy here, we'd probably do a blog on him or something. And whatever's going on in the city is going to be on this website. So you guys would have a tag. Our sports team would have a tag. Anything that's positive that's in and around our city will be on this website, and it'll be a clearinghouse for everything that's good. So, and I found out, I feel like I'm preaching now. I found out if you edify the positive, that the negative squeezes itself out. We got problems. Like, we got issues. We got homeless issues. I had a phone call the other day and said, Pastor, what are we going to do about the homeless issue? What are we going to do about drug addiction? What are we going to do about, okay, stop. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to say that we live in a good city. We have an awesome educational system. We have incredible facilities. So when we edify and accentuate, if you will, the positives, that will squeeze out, if you will. Weeds weed themselves out.
That's right.
And really, this website, you can do it. And what you want to do is just a teaser right now. It's just the logo, and you can put your email down, and you're going to get some information. This fall is really, I got really smart people, much smarter than me, that's going to do all this technical stuff and put all these tags in. For instance, like Matt, you and your family would probably have your own little spot. Because, I mean, it's a part of, to be a city manager, there's some great stuff going on right now, but a lot of people don't know about it. So it's not just a website, but it's a clearinghouse for everything that's positive, God-honoring, family-friendly. There's a line there that's going straight across. We're going to filter this thing. We have a board. We're going to do it right. There's going to be a cash flow. I'm going to wrap this up. Land this plane. You ready? There will be cash flow. On that website in the fall, you'll be able to get T-shirts, all caps, all the merchandise. And it's going to be for profit, okay? So there's going to be cash there. Most of it. Some of it's administrative, but that's a non-issue. So, for instance, I just found out a man who wants to remain nameless takes kids who can't afford it fishing 3 times a year. Buys everything, buys the pole, buys the bait. I'm not a fisherman, so I just thought it was pretty cool ministry. But to share that with the people, say this is going on. There's a lot of different ministries, and that's a whole other tab. If you've got a need, this is how it follows through. So Bright Futures would be part of that. Soul Providers, if y'all know what that's all about. See, this stuff's going on. A lot of people don't know how great things are happening. Well, this is going to be a clearinghouse for everything positive, everything God-honoring, in and around, not just the city, but our region. So, I guess I got time down here. I don't know if that.
Yep.
So, good job, Greg. So, any questions, any thoughts? You guys, just...
Sounds like a lot of good ideas, and
Yes.
look forward to hearing more about it in the future.
Anytime you can get more positive out.
Thank you. And you know what? Just look at the logo, and when it comes out, just buy a shirt. And once you guys get the shirt, it's good as well. So, but it'll be more this fall. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep us
Yes.
updated.
Do you mind if I?
Yes, Mr. Winters. Go ahead.
Greg, I appreciate you coming. I love your energy. You always are so positive and upbeat, and it's so refreshing. But I think it's kind of interesting you came in to speak about this tonight. We have a staff meeting of all of our department heads the week before we have council meetings. And that's how I ended the staff meeting this last time, is you can look and you can find things that are wrong in Poplar Bluff. But it doesn't take long at all to find some really good things going on here. So thank you, Greg.
Well, you're a part of that too. And I really think that, we have had, elections and people come and go. I appreciate Robert, or Mayor. You guys are getting the job done. And like I said, your tag's going to be pretty awesome too. So just know that that's part of it. So.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to address the council from the audience? If not, we will move on to item 8, consent agenda. The items on the consent agenda are approved by a single action of the city council. If any council member would like to have an item removed from the consent agenda and considered separately, he or she may request to do so.
Mr. Mayor, I think we all received the agenda in our packet, and at this time, I would like to move that we accept the agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The consent agenda is accepted. Item 9, workshop items for discussion. Workshop items for discussion. Item A, the city council will consider a request to rezone property from RS1 rural residential to O1 professional office. The property is located at 2755 Barron Road. The applicant is New Life Christian Church of Poplar, Bluff. Our city planner will present.
New Life Christian Church approached us about the possibility of them wanting to break up and sell their property.
Speaking to you there, thank you.
They would like to rezone to commercial property, which we settled on the 01 zoning. Kind of keeps it a little more collective as what they can put there, mainly professional offices. Being able to put in a boarding facility or anything like that. This does adjoin the city property already. There's municipal utilities and all we are and all that, and it's kind of covered in there. So we've made the suggestion for one. Like it's accept those ones. Questions?
So any questions for the planner? If not, do we have a motion to move this to tonight's voting session?
So moved.
Make a motion, move to the tonight's voting session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Item B, the city council will consider a request to rezone property from RD1 duplex residential to C2 general commercial. The property is located at 316 West Victor Street. The applicant is George H. Greenwall. Our city planner will also present this item.
This piece of property on Victor Street is actually the residence that caused the fire with Quality Tech Transmission. And the house has been demoed. Quality Tech is interested in purchasing this property. They're going to build a new building at this point, and they want that part of what they're using. So we're taking it from residential to commercial. Everything surrounding it on the Missouri and the Victor side were already commercial. So
Any further questions or comments for the planner or anyone in the audience? If not, we have a motion to move this to tonight's voting session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item C, the city council will consider an agreement between the city of Poplar Bluff and the Missouri Department of Transportation relative to the replacement of the Business Highway 60 Pine Street westbound lane bridge, job J9S3381. City Manager Mr. Winters will present.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This has been in the planning process for MoDOT for quite a while to, the bridge over the Black River, the eastbound and the westbound lanes are actually two separate bridges. The westbound is the older of the two and needs to be replaced. Project's actually supposed to be bid this December with construction starting next summer. And actually, this I am going to ask you to table it after reviewing the agreement that they sent. There are some changes that MoDOT is making and has submitted it back to Jefferson City for their review. There was a statement in there that we would maintain the sidewalks once they got done, and their MoDOT sidewalks. And there's other couple confusing things in there. I did want to go ahead and leave it on the agenda. I thought we'd talk about it and make sure you all were aware of it. But I would ask for you to table this until the 19th of July. MoDOT will have their revised agreement back to us at that time, and I'll present it again. So,
I move that we table this item until the July 19th meeting. For a workshop. Thank you.
Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item is tabled for the workshop of July 19th. Item D, the City Council will review a proposed addition to the electrical code policy to include an emergency electrical disconnect for commercial buildings. Our city planner, Mr. Sisk, will present.
This is an amendment to current code. We are working on the 2017 electrical code right now, and this is in the most current code cycle, but it's something they want to go ahead and upgrade to so that it's more of a safety issue. So there's a disconnect on the outside of the building. If we were to have a commercial fire, they would be able to shut it off quickly and easily. The electrical board has been through this with engineers and with Bill Bog as well, and they've got that sorted out as to how it would be taken care of.
So this would apply to all new construction and the disconnect as well?
Not
New construction. or
only,
current?
yeah.
I believe this will only be new construction. I don't think this is something we have to, they can retrofit to it, but it's not something required.
and it's just strictly
Just
commercial.
Right, okay.
Make a motion to move this to the voting session held on July 19th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Item moves to the July 19th voting session. Item E, the City Council will consider a proposed IBEW Local 702 union agreement between the City of Poplar Bluff and the Poplar Bluff Police Department's dispatcher group. City Manager Winters to present.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this is a renewal of the union contract for the dispatchers group. The proposed contract would expire on December 31st, 2023. I've included some changes to the expiring contract. There's really not a whole lot of significant changes that were made. Really, the one change that I will mention that is a little more significant is the elimination of an assistant communications officer. This was a position that was in the original contract. It's a position that hasn't been filled. And so the members asked that it, and the Darren Moore at the police station and Mike McLean supervise these positions, as well as the chief communications officer, Dave Williams. And so they're eliminating that position. That position also served as a dispatcher. So the number of dispatchers, the number of employees aren't changing. It's just that there won't be anybody that fills that role of the assistant. Those duties will be handled by Dave Williams as the chief communications officer. Because of that elimination, and it was budgeted for, so the excess pay that position was budgeted to receive over what a dispatcher would receive is going to then be split up between the remaining dispatchers, and so that would result in an increase of about 30 cents an hour for those communications officers, and would still remain within the budgeted salaries for that department. So that would mean that there would be the chief communications officer, Dave Williams, and 7 dispatch positions. If you have any questions, I can try to answer them. Also, Mark Baker with the IBEW, who patiently sat through all of our negotiations. This was the first one that I really was right in the middle of. It was fun times. Mark Baker and I had lots of good conversations. So he's here also if you have any questions to him or of me.
So apparently they're okay with this, the dispatchers, and it seems to be a pretty good arrangement for
Yes.
everyone there, so.
Yes, they have
Sounds
they have
good.
taken it back to the dispatchers group, and they've all agreed to it, and yes.
Is there any other questions or comments with the council? Or anyone in the audience who would like to speak regarding this item? If not, do we have a motion to move this to the July 19th voting session?
I make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Item moves to the July 19th voting session. Action required items, AA Bill number 8315. The City Council will take action on an ordinance authorizing the city manager to purchase properties from the Butler County Collector's Office.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8315.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. First reading, Counselor.
An ordinance authorizing the purchase of certain real properties located in the city of Poplar Bluff from the Butler County Collector.
Move for second reading of bill number 8315.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Second reading, Counselor.
An ordinance authorizing the purchase of certain real properties located in the city of Poplar Bluff from the Butler County Collector.
Move for adoption of bill number 8315.
There's no further questions. Roll call. Clerk Young?
Councilwoman Parson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton. Yes. Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Mayor Davis.
Yes. Bill number 8315 is adopted. Item BB, Bill number 8316, the City Council will take action on an ordinance regarding a conditional use permit to operate an outdoor sports paintball business.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8316.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. First reading, Counselor.
An ordinance granting a conditional use permit to Ray Jilton Jr. to operate an outdoor sports paintball business at 2318 North Main Street in Poplar Bluff.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8316.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Second reading, Counselor.
An ordinance granting a conditional use permit to Ray Jilton Jr. to operate an outdoor sports paintball business at 2318 North Main Street in Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8316.
Second.
If no further questions, roll call. Clerk Young?
Councilwoman Fox,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton. Yes. Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Davis.
Yes. Bill 8316 has been adopted. Item CC, Bill number 8317. The City Council will take action on an ordinance for the rezoning of 3002 Oak Grove Road, from RS1 Rural Residential to C2 General Commercial.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8317.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. First reading, Counselor.
An ordinance rezoning property located at 3002 Oak Grove Road from RS1 Rural Residential to C2 General Commercial.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8317.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. Second reading, Counselor.
An ordinance rezoning property located at 3002 Oak Grove Road from RS1 Rural Residential to C2 General Commercial.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8317.
Second.
If there's no further questions, roll call. Clerk Young?
Councilwoman Horton? Yes. Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8317 has been adopted. Item DD, Bill number 8318, the City Council will take action on an ordinance regarding the annexation of zoning designation for property located at 2893 Reno Drive.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8318.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. First reading, Counselor.
An ordinance annexing certain real property into the city of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, such property being described as 2893 Reno Drive, Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and owned by Oak Grove Plaza, LLC.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8318. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Second reading, Counselor.
An ordinance annexing certain real property into the city of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, such property being described as 2893 Reno Drive, Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and owned by Oak Grove Plaza, LLC.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8318.
Second.
No further questions. Roll call. Clerk Young?
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8318 has been adopted. Item EE, Bill number 8319. The City Council will take action on an ordinance regarding the decertification of IBEW Local 702 as a union representative.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8319.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. First reading, Counselor.
An ordinance decertifying the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Number 702, as the exclusive bargaining agent and representative for the members of the Poplar Bluff Police Department of the City of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8319.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Second reading, Counselor.
An ordinance decertifying the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Number 702, as the exclusive bargaining agent and representative for the members of the Poplar Bluff Police Department of the City of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8319.
Second.
There's no further questions. Roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8319 has been adopted. Item FF, Bill number 8320. The City Council will take action on an ordinance regarding the rezoning of property located at 2755 Barron Road.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8320.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. First reading, Counselor.
An ordinance rezoning property located at 2755 Barron Road from RS2 General Residential to O1 Office Professional.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8320.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. Second reading, Counselor.
An ordinance rezoning property located at 2755 Barron Road from RS2 General Residential to O1 Office Professional.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8320.
Second.
No further questions. Roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8320 has been adopted. Item GG, Bill number 8321, the City Council will take action on an ordinance regarding the rezoning of property located at 316 West Victor Street.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8321.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? First reading, Counselor.
An ordinance rezoning property located at 316 West Victor Street from RD1 Duplex Residential to C2 General Commercial.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8321.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Second reading, Counselor.
An ordinance rezoning property located at 316 West Victor Street from RD1 Duplex Residential to C2 General Commercial.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8321.
Second.
If there's no further questions, roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Bill number 8321 has been adopted. Item HH, Resolution number 1952. The City Council will take action on a resolution making appointments to the Black River Coliseum Board, the Animal Control Board, and the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Motion for reading of resolution 1952. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? First reading, Counselor.
A resolution of the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, making appointments to the Black River Coliseum Advisory Board, the Animal Control Board, and the Planning and Zoning Commission.
All in,
Motion for adoption.
you have a motion for adoption? Is there a second?
Number 1952.
Is there a second? Okay. If there's no further questions, roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Resolution number 1952 has been adopted. The City Council of the City of Poplar Bluff will meet in a closed meeting in which they will discuss such matters which are exempted under the Open Meetings Laws, Section 610.021.1, .2, .3, .9, .11, .12, .13, and .14 RSMO.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we move into closed session following the city manager's report.
Second.
Okay, roll call, Clerk Young.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Okay, item 11, we will now have our city manager's report from Mr. Winters.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No, it's just exciting news tonight about Circle Fiber and their fiber to the home. That's, lots of good things happening in Poplar Bluff. Like Pastor Gilberto said, I'm excited about our future. We've had busy times the last several weekends in Poplar Bluff, different events. The Parks Department, they had a great new event for them last night at Whiteley Park. We had a Juneteenth celebration this weekend with the fireworks display. And I think everybody's going to take this weekend off. I don't know of anything big happening in town this weekend. But the following weekend, of course, is Independence Day. And just as a reminder, the parade is going to be Saturday morning, July the 3rd. That'll be downtown. And then the fireworks, of course, will be Sunday, July the 4th, that evening, also again downtown. Both two great events and always a great parade. And the fireworks are just always an amazing show, too. So we're looking forward to both of those things in the coming weeks. With that being said, the holiday weekend, that would kind of push our meeting back and get us out of sorts. So unless something drastic comes up, our meeting for that week will be canceled. Our next city council meeting will be July 19th. I don't have anything else. That's all I have for tonight. I appreciate y'all.
Okay, we appreciate you. Thank you for the report, Mr. Winters. If there's nothing else before the council here, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.